Hi everyone, it's Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up, and I am doing a recorded video for you because I am out of town. So I wanted to do a video for you guys so you can have something fun to watch and some inspiration. And so I created this card because I'm going to do a bunch of them for thank you cards. I really liked how they came out. The simplicity, the clean lines, I just think it's so pretty. And I like this little added white spot there. So, oops, this way. Whoop, whoop. So I'm going to show you that. And we're going to change it up just a little bit and step it up and see what we come up with. I have some different ideas for it. So let's just jump right in and get started. All right, so we are going to create this fun card. As you know, it is still before the 4th of May when I create this card. So my cute little rhinestones there, my jewels. I think we could probably create one because I do have 3 that I could use on our stepped up card, but I'm running low and anxiously waiting for the 4th to order more. Excuse me, my throat's a little dry. This is my 3rd video. Plus I had a Zoom, well, it was a Facebook chat video today with my upline and a downline. So that was fun. All right, so we are going to change it up a bit. We're using color and contour. So we're using this image here. We're going to change it up and we're going to ink it instead of color it. And just to kind of give it a little bit of a different look, we're going to add our splatter that we have there. And loving this font, we are going to use Thank You from Thank You for Everything. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we're going to change up a few things. So what I did, we are going to create 2 cards. So I die cut out of the contour. I took the 2nd and the 3rd, counting from the outside. So this would be 1. This would be 2. And we're going to cut that out of the middle of our colored image. So this is what we're going to get. Then we're going to cut out a white piece like this with this one. Okay, so we are going to stamp on one of them, which is our black, which we did. And then on the next one, we are going to stamp a different color. So we already did our die cutting. I'm going to put these back just so you can see that. We are going to change up our stamped image a little. I think the thank you and this is a little bit big for the space we want. So we don't want to do that. So let's set that aside. Let's go ahead and stamp the green with this image here. Oops, my images are falling. Here we go. We're going to use this one here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this larger block here. And let's get our evening evergreen. So I'm going to make a few changes here and we're going to do a couple of different thoughts for some cards just to show you how we can change this up. All right, we're going to go ahead and take the evergreen and I'm going to get it inky. I'm going to turn this. I want the bud to be for sure on the cardstock and have it below the stitched line right there. The stem can hang down here and I am okay with that. Okay, so this is the image that I wanted for that. All right, now we're going to go ahead. We're going to kind of do both cards as we go. Now we're going to bring this one in. So that's green all by itself. And it's kind of, it was a little light up here, but it's okay for what we're going to do with it. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's take our flower image and put it on a stamp. And we are going to stamp that in the polished pink. Now remember that these images are distinctive watery color looking, so they're not exactly lining up. So just kind of turn it. What I'm going to do is just make sure that the bud on the top is where it needs to be, and everything else just kind of falls in closely. So that's what it looks like. It's not an exact, it's going to go out a little here and there, but I wanted my bud to be inside there, and then everything else is just falls into where it's going to lay. All right, so there we have that. So this is what I wanted on that. Now let's do the splatters. We're going to do the splatters on here in the polished pink because we stamped the image in green. So I'm just going to go with some there and some up there. That's it for that one. This one we're going to change up, so let's clean the pink off. And we are going to do this in the evening evergreen. And now we're going to stamp that and stamp that, and I am good with that. It's kind of a fun artsy kind of set. So I have a lot of die cuts out ready to do this in a mass production, so I can use it for my thank you cards. I do customer thank you cards, so I want to make sure I'm doing that. So now what you're going to notice, what we're going to do is we're going to take the green and move it with the pink, and the pink with the green. So we have the image matching the outside, the image, the outside, because we're going to go with the color. Okay, let me grab another card base here. I have one. I just want to make sure that this one is ready. All right, so now we have two. I'm going to grab a green. I just decided I'm going to do two. I have one set up, but I do not have the other one set up, so we're just going to do that quickly and get it ready to go. And do a couple of different options on our cards, just to show two more ways that we can create these. So there's that. And now I need, my dog's in here now, and he's like, why am I in here? Because he's been out playing with Dad all day. And now my husband's like, okay, your turn. All right, so we have the inside of our card for one. And we'll do the inside for the other. I tend to like to do the inside here, the border, to match this one. So we'll go ahead and put that in here. And we'll put this on top because that's going to go here. And then this one, we're going to go ahead and put with this one. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. And I am going to use seal because we're going to emboss this. And I don't want to do liquid and squeeze it out because we're not going to wait for it to dry. We're going to get busy right away and do something here and kind of change a few things up. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our machine. I'm going to set that one aside. And let's see, I'm deciding, do I want to do this one or that one? I think I'm going to do this one. This one has the pink and it's a little more finished looking. This one I'm doing a little more simple, so this is the one I'm actually thinking I'm going to do a few changes on. So, and I may do them both, who knows, but let's do this one first. Okay, so we've got our seal. We've got our image stamped. Everything's done there. So what we're going to do to change it up, we're going to bring in our machine. And I know I'm bringing it in with on paper right here, and I don't like doing that because it slips, but this is what we're going to do. We are going to take this whole image and we're going to put it inside our paint texture folder. So it's going to kind of turn out looking like it was painted. So we're just going to kind of step it up a bit. Okay, we're going to add that in here. And I'm going to put, oops, we got to get this right. I like to read this. It says for the 3D, we need this plate number 4. So let me show you here. For using a 3D embossing folder, we're going to use 1 and 4. So this is 1. Then it says put your embossing folder in. I like to angle it just a little bit. And then we're going to put number 4. I love this machine. Remember, if you keep your image even, look at that. I don't even have to hold it at the top. I'm holding it just somewhere because the paper on the bottom is going to make it shift and move around. All right, so let's open this up and look at that image. You see that? It's all the way across the white. I don't know if you can see the white very well. So neat looking. All right, we're going to take that aside. Remember, it's 2 pieces. We just set it inside for the purpose of the video. So let's put our 2 and 3 plates back on, and I just set them over to the side so they're easy to grab. All right. So that is that one. I love the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. It is so cool. All right, so we're going to bring this in. We are going to pull out this insert. I'm going to go ahead and, I'll line it up here because you can't see it down where I had it. And then I'm going to take some tape. I have just some of this masking tape. I'm going to go to the outside of that. And I'm just going to go, it's really whatever you want to do. I'm going up 3 lines. So I'm going to go right there. I'm going to come back in with our little splatter. I'm going to start first with the Evening Evergreen and just kind of go like that. Just 2 spots. And then I'm going to come back in with the polished pink. Make sure you clean your stamp off really well. Even though you think it's off well, there could be a little on. I like to just kind of go on paper just to make sure. And plus, if it's wet, it kind of dries that off. And now I'm going to go with pink, with my polished pink, and just kind of move them around. It's here and here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit right there. That's all I need. We're just going to kind of add a little bit of something there. You know how I like to decorate the inside. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this off. Okay, so I have my nice straight image down there. And now I have some pink and some green paper. This was just pieces left over for when I cut down my bases. So this is cut down 5 1/4 by 4. So remember, this is normally 5 1/2 is half a sheet. So this would be 5 1/2. So we're going to take that off. And I'm going to add, I think I'm going to cut the green down into half. So I'm just going to slide this in right there. All right, and now I have this nice thin half. I don't want too much pink and green, so we're just going to do this. I'm going to add a little, oh, that's a lot. Add a little bit. I'm going to take this green and just run it lightly so it picks some up, but it's not crazy, and we'll do that in a minute. So let's bring in a silicone mat because my paper is going to be longer than the card base. and it's going to stick out, which is fine. I can see the lines through my paper, and I'm going to go right there and right there. Okay, and now I'm going to take this, and I don't like to get my hands all glue if I can help it. Just take a piece of scratch paper that's out of your trash, okay, and then just bring it down, because there's plenty of glue on here. You don't need that much. Okay, we're going to need a little bit more. All right, and now you can just add what tiny bit left you need. I don't want to waste the paper by throwing it away because it's got too much glue, and you're not wasting glue either. So, and now I'm going to run it down the sides because I could see a couple little pieces sticking out. All right, so that just kind of finishes off. It looks like your card. All right, so there's my card base. This can be tossed, and that can be put away. All right, so this can go on the inside. Let's go ahead and take care of that now. And make sure there's nothing in my way here. Oops, you see that pink sticking out right there? That's on the other side. I just want to get that off of there. All right, here we go. And this goes in this card base. Oops, it's going to go on here. I hope you guys are having a good time. It still seems like it's slanted, like maybe I did do it a little bit crooked, or I didn't move this up enough. They're still a tiny bit wet, but not really, so I'm not too worried about it. It's going to be close enough. It's going to be, add some color in it. I would have probably done it a little straighter had I not been trying to hurry. My husband, I'm sure, wants dinner at some point, and I've been doing videos all day. But that's okay. He can wait. He will. He's patient. He's hungry, but he's patient. All right, so we're going to add that in. So now we're going to go ahead and add this to the top. So let's add this. I'm going to do it with a little bit of glue because I want to be able to maneuver it just a little if I need. Okay, so that is plenty. It's going to stay. So grab it by the edge, hold your card down with these fingers while you are trying to maneuver this, because you don't want to move it around too much because you have a hollow hole in the middle and you don't want to see the glue. Right, so there's that. Let's put dimensions on this. I'm running out here. I've been using quite a bit. Yay me. All right, let's just put some dimensions on. I'll do this one this way, and then let's just put some little pieces here. This is probably more than we need, but that's okay. We'll put one kind of in the center so it gives it a little stability in the middle. All right, so what I did is slide it up to the corner to where your dimensionals touch the side of your project. So make sure your lines are even. But this helps show this pretty white scallop below. All right, and then I think I'm gonna add on this one, we're gonna do a thank you. I'm gonna show you what I did with that. So we're gonna take the thank you for everything. And there's a lot of things. I use the mini messages dies here because I had a bucket full of them and I just pulled one out. But I want to do something a little bit different. We are going to just grab a piece of paper. And I have some right here. I'm going to put this on a block. The thank you. All right, and we're going to, let's see. I think this one would be a really cute one to use the double oval. So we'll double oval this one. And it's going to go on here, and this is pink, so I want a green background. So we're going to find a piece of the evergreen. Oh, let's see, I think I have a piece over here. Let me just double check. Nope. So let me grab one. So we are going to do the scallop one and the evergreen. And on this one, let's hope it fits. I think it will. We are going to take our black ink. Now I don't want the whole sentiment. So I'm going to take the thank you. I'm going to angle it and get it on here. So you can see where it's going. And I got the on the 4 right at the top. So take a baby wipe or something and just make sure you wipe that off. Okay? And then what I like to do is take like a dry tissue or something, a towel, and just make sure that that's not wet at all. I'm going to huff on it. And I'm going to put that right in the middle here. And now I just have my thank you. So it aligns pretty well. You're going to be able to see, especially if you turn it over with white behind you, you're going to be able to see if any of the other letters are on there that shouldn't be black. Okay, so here is this. We're going to slide that towards the bottom middle here because we want it just on the small one. That's what's good about scrap pieces like this, is you can use them for sentiment. All right, we're going to do our, add a little adhesive on there. We're going to do liquid. Kind of make sure we're in the middle. And you can kind of, I like to pick it up and then just kind of push the edges over where you want it. Okay, to me that looks fine. And we're going to use this up. Oh, this is a good one right here. Let's see. Let's just use this piece and make a nice solid sentiment on here. All right, and we're just going to put that right towards the bottom. I want to see that leaf. And so I'm going to put it right there. And let's go ahead and add our rhinestones. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on, yeah, I think I'm going to do the dark green ones here. So I have 2, and I would put a 3rd one as soon as I get them in. These are a different shade. These are soft succulent, so I don't want to add those on here, but I will add another of the evening evergreen when I have them. But they're kind of an iridescent kind of look to it, so I think it'll be really pretty because it does reflect some like pink colors off of it. So that is one. So that's a complete different look. And then this one, I think what we're going to do is bring in some, let's see what I need here, some pink. I already have a pink bow. Let's see what this looks like. We can just do this little pink bow right here on the flowers. I think that'll be pretty. Let's see. I'm going to do the same thing. Do I want the bow? Do I not? I kind of don't like the bow. So we'll take that off. I think we're going to do this one a lot like the first one. It's just going to be the reverse colors. We used the ink instead. We could color in the leaves, but I'm kind of liking it like it is with just a more simple look. So let's go ahead and see if we can, you know what, let's do this. Let's take, this is how I do things. I just get a little crazy. Okay, let's do polished pink. We're going to take it and put our flowers on it, and we're just going to stamp the outside. Okay, it doesn't have to be every little stitch of it. Oh, I'm going to go this way. Just in case you can tell, I want it to be right side up. And right here. See, that just kind of decorates it up a little bit. All right. That's kind of fun. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep that out. And I think what I'm going to do is use another, let's see if I have another scratch piece of paper over here. Oops. Okay, here's a small piece. I think I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to do the whole, thank you for everything. Yeah, let's do the whole thing. We're going to take the evergreen and we're going to do the whole thank you for everything. Now, this is just really a fun way to just kind of change things up. Oh, there's something on there. Let me wipe that off. You see how in my G, I missed completely because I had something on there. So I'm going to make sure I wipe that off. Okay, let's try that again. And we're just going to go in the corner. Press it down. Much better. Okay, that's good. All right, so now we're going to do that. And now I'm going to take the flower that I had and I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp off and then I'm going to stamp on, and let's just see what that looks like. That looks kind of busy to me. I don't like it. Okay, so let's try that again. I think I'm going to stamp off twice and then stamp. Let's try it again. We're going to go to the side. You know what? Let me get my foam mat because I think this is my piercing one, but we'll do it right here. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that one I like. It's a lot lighter and it's more even than this one. So let's try that and see what I think. And it might not be light enough still. Maybe I have to stamp off one more time, but let's just see. Okay. I think that's fine. You can clearly read it and see what it says. All right. So let's wipe those off before I stick my arm in them. Okay, so I like that. So now let's cut that down. We don't want it super big because we have we're going to put a trim around it. So right now I'm just cutting. Okay, we're going to just cut right now. So we're going to make this at 1 1/4. I think that's a good size. 1 1/4 by 1 3/8. 1 1/4 by 1 3/8. Actually, this could even cut down a little bit more since I cut it pretty short. 1 1/4. Ooh, that's super close. But the other one is too. That's a little closer than what I like, but that's okay. It's square. We're going to do 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So this one, let's turn it this way. 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. Let's try that. All right, so we have this under this. And I think that's cute. Now, we could even go farther, and this is what I'm trying to show you about changing things up. I don't know, these are kind of small. I was going to round the corners, but I have a feeling that, let's see if it'll fit. I have a feeling that it's already going to be too small to do that, but let me see if I can reach it over here. Why not? Let's try it. So you want to, oh, you know what? It's going to take off the writing, so I'm not going to. But normally what you would do is you would move this up to the corner and then put them in and round it. And then that way they'll line up just perfectly. Oh, there goes my dog. Wondering why he's still in here. All right, so let's just go ahead and glue that. I do like the way this turned out. You don't need a whole lot. Okay, it's okay. He's like, who are you talking to? All right, so I'm gonna hold it up a little bit. I don't have all that background behind me and I can see it a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna bring this in. We're gonna bring this in. And I think on this, we're gonna go ahead and take our trim again. Let's go, I'm gonna go up 4 this time. All right. And instead, I'm gonna take the pink and we're just gonna do the flowers. So I'm gonna have to move this up. I don't know, I should have thought about doing this a little higher, but we're just gonna do the flowers. I'm gonna angle this one a little bit this way. Okay, we're just gonna add some flowers, and I know the buds aren't gonna show on there, some of the flowers, but that's okay. So now we're gonna take this off. My dog is like, what's going on? All right, so we're gonna take that off. And then what I did is I just have this green that we're just gonna put right over the top. It's okay. What is up with you? Amazon came a little while ago and I think he thinks somebody's here and he just doesn't know what's going on. All right, we're gonna, oops, let's align that. All right, there is that. Ah. All right, this is ready. I'm going to put this on the inside. Oops. We're going to put it on our pink. Yep. So you just want to decorate the bottom just with something. Just kind of tie it into your card somehow. Oh, there it goes. Okay, this is a new one I just opened, and for some reason sometimes it just takes a bit to get it going, and then it goes just fine. But sometimes you just gotta get it going. Hopefully my head's not in the way. All right, so there you go. Now we're going to go ahead and glue this up. So again, we're doing kind of what we did on the other ones. We're just changing them up a bit. Kind of just stepping it up, doing a little extra stamping, doing some embossing. You could add a ribbon if you want. I kind of like it without the ribbon, but it's totally up to you. There you go. Now again, we're going to take our, well, this one we could probably, I kind of like the idea of a ribbon all the way across. So let's try that and see what we think. I think I'm going to grab, let's do the pink. All right, so hopefully that's enough. I'm going to do it in a triple bow, or I'm going to do it in a double bow. I'm going to make sure I have enough to go around. All right, so we're going to bring that around. You guys have seen me do the bows. I have a video about the bows, how to tie bows. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is separate this out a little bit. Okay, so there's our pretty bow. Sometimes I think a triple is just a little too much. See, I like this idea better than the other way I was going to do it, because I want a big bow. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get a glue dot. We're going to put the glue dot on our bow. And if our sentiment doesn't fit, we can put it on the inside. So I'm not too worried about that. We're going to put that glue dot all the way over to the side. We're going to go around like this. We're going to come back. Okay, so you went around. This one is glue dot. I want the tail. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to go under right here. So go under, pull it out. We're going to get another glue dot. We're going to go under where you put that. Just kind of tuck that glue dot way under there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to hold your ribbon there. All right, and now we're going to hold still. I think I need to clean my scissors for sure. All right, we're going to do this, and let's do this one. I did them inside instead of on the outside, but that's okay. It's probably easier if I did it once it was all put together, so I didn't have to try to hold this little piece. But now you have your your bows. I like that. Now you could just pop it up, but I really do like showing that white underneath. So let's here's some more that's on its way out here. So we'll do one in the middle. Let's see, it looks straight on the front. On the side and the back it looks kind of crooked, but that's because we're pulling it up and over here and back down. So you could tuck this little bow down if you wanted, if you felt that it was made it look not straight. You could just slide it over that little scallop like that. I mean, I'm not worried about it because the bow lays there, but if you wanted to, you could do that. All right, so you have your ribbon. Now let's just put our dimensionals on there. Now we're just going to cut some. So now I will get all of these videos ready and up. The blog will have a post. Down below is all the links. I'll get those done on the 4th because they're not going to be ready. If it's a new product and it's not the 4th yet, then they're not, I can't, there's no links to copy. I don't get the links until the 4th. So there we go. Just offset a little. Now let's see if we can put this on here, and I think we can. It doesn't have to be, I mean, we know it's a flower. Or we can put it on the inside. But I kind of like it out here. So we're going to pop this up again. And I'm just going to pop it. I have a piece there. And, oops, don't steal my little pieces. Got a piece I can save there. We have a piece here. We'll just put those on. We're just using up our little pieces now. And we are just about done. So basically what I wanted to just show you is change it up a bit. Kind of figure out where you want it. I think I want the scallops to show. So let's lay it there. And now I'm thinking it's too much. All right. I was thinking we could cut it and do like thank you for everything, but then there's no green around it, so that won't work. We could just tuck it in right here. I don't like that either. All right, I think here's the best. Okay, I'm going to move it down here. We have a little bit of white here, a little bit of white here, and I am good with that. We can see the flower and the bow, and it's just really pretty like it is. And I like the layers. I love the bow. I love this ribbon. It just lays down nice and flat. When you put it in your card, there's no issues on this card, which is so fun. So there you go. There's just some ideas. Whew, this is dirty. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. I have a really fun video planned for you guys on Tuesday. Something, a little Stamparatus tricks and some fun. Okay, so we stepped it up quite a bit. This is just kind of clean and simple. There's nothing done with our panels. We did do the coloring in here instead of the stamping like we did here. But we added the bow, we stamped the sentiment here, we stamped the outside, which I really do like that. It just adds that much more to the card. This one, I simplified it by just stamping the same outside border color on your image, but we also went ahead and put seal on these two together, and this one, put this panel inside here where it came from, but on the different color, and then ran it through with our painted texture 3D embossing folder. So this one has a lot of texture. When you think of a painting, it just kind of looks like that. And I really like the look. It's just really different and really fun, yet simple and really easy to do. And then this one is just the clean, simple one. This one has some extra stamping, some ribbon. And so it's almost like it's a 1, 2, 3. Or you could do a 1, 2, 3 like this also, because they both have embellishments. This has extra stamping. This has extra by embossing. So it's just kind of whatever your preference is, what you like. So I just wanted to show you how to change it up, make some changes, how 2 pieces of cardstock, 5 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4, can create 2 cards by switching up your panels that you cut out. Now this green panel here, I could have easily punched out my oval, cut out my square, and saved paper there. Same with this one, although I took a blending tool, my blending marker, and I just colored the outside of that and stamped the inside. You could also cut this, it's got a little stitched line, and then adhere it on top of a panel that is die cut out of the inside of this. The problem with that is the mini messages dies are huge, and so you could not have done that, but you could use a punch to do that. Same kind of idea that this punch is. Or cut yourself out a square or something like that. So 2 pieces of colored cardstock can create 2 cards. Change up the colors. I just really love how these came out. As you can tell, I'm going to be creating a few of these. I really like the thank you cards and the variety and differences that you can use. And I really like the end colors, so I'm going to create a bunch and have those ready for customer thank you cards. So if you would like one, just place an order with me, and you can do that by going to marciebesecker.com. Which I'm trying to find right now. There is my current host code. It will change in May. It will be posted below on the bottom of this video. It will also be on my blog. When you go here, it will be on the right hand side. You're going to find my shop, my online store, and below that you're going to see the May host code. It's always the current code on my blog. As soon as that changes, I will update this so you will have the current code always. So make sure you look for that. This is my blog, marciebesecker.com. So I am live on Tuesdays at 2 and Sundays at noon, other than the times that I need to record videos when I'm out of town, like today. If you guys could subscribe, share, and like, I'd really appreciate that. It helps me a lot with my YouTube and my business, and I do appreciate that very much. If you would like to get a discount on your items or start a business, you could join my team. I'd really appreciate that. At the top of my blog there on the right hand side, you see where it says join my team. By joining my team, you do not have to do it as a business. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have time for a business. I barely get time to craft, whatever. Just get a discount. It's totally worth it. And right now, with the brand new catalog, totally worth it. There are so many amazing things in the new catalog that you're not going to want to miss out. And if you can get a discount on top of it, then that's what you should do. Give it a try. It's not going to hurt to try. And if you have any questions about it, let me know. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining. I appreciate you watching while I'm gone. I'm going to be reading comments and responding, and I'm sure I'm going to be enjoying my time with my grandson. I will see you back here on the 9th, on Mother's Day. I will be here with a live video. It's going to be with something new. I think it's going to be in Expressions of Ink is the set that I'm dying to use. So hopefully I'll have my order because I am expediting it. So I will see you on Sunday. If I don't get to see you, have a happy Mother's Day, and I will see you on Tuesday. Make sure you watch the replay, and I will see you really soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.